The man of the moment in the men's 100 meters, Kishane Thompson, heads to Poland for his first race post-Paris Olympic Games. Rushell Clayton finds out that she's a lot stronger than she thought she was. And Rasheed Broadbell in his next rematch against Grant Holloway. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to go. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, are you ready? Yeah? Good to go. Well, Jamaica's Rushell Clayton, as well as our Genevieve Russell and the remarkable Antoinette Knight, not to mention Cheyenne Salmon, all compete in Poland at the Silesia Diamond League being held in Poland. This, of course, they'll be competing in the women's 400 meters hurdles. The lineup, of course, is stellar, including Femke Bal of the Netherlands, as well as Jamaica's Rushell Clayton, Anna Cockrell, the surprise silver medalist at the Paris Olympic Games, Antoinette Knight of Jamaica, Shamar Little of the United States, Delia Mohammed, Genevieve Russell, and Jamaica's Cheyenne Salmon. People, this is a world-class lineup. The only person missing from this lineup, I think, would be Sydney McLaughlin. Now, both ladies, meaning Rushell Clayton and Femke Bal, recently clashed. This is Anna Cockrell you're looking at, and of course this is Femke Bal. The ladies clashed in this distance at the Lausanne Diamond League in Switzerland. In that instance, Femke Bal, of course, won, with Rushell Clayton giving a very good account of herself. Cabal won this one in 52.25, a meet record, with Rushell Clayton running second in 53.32. Genevieve Russell of Jamaica came third in 54.48, and Antoinette Knight of Jamaica came fourth in 54.93 seconds.
Ball is away. Let's keep an eye on the clock. 52.76, remember, her own meeting record. It's going to be close. She's beaten it. She's taken a chunk out of it.
After this second place run at the Lausanne Diamond League, Rushell Clayton spoke to how she felt after not podiuming at the Paris Olympic Games when she was one of the top three women's 400 meter hurdlers coming in. Remember, many Jamaicans, myself included, thought that she would have been able to take the medal, at least a bronze behind Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bal, but unfortunately it was not to be. I thought this interview was really revealing, because she lets us into her mindset as to how she felt post the Paris Olympic Games and her finding the courage to recover. As she told the interviewers, this is the Inside Lane UK, apologies. She said, "I'm stronger than I thought I was, mentally and physically." Listen to her speak.
What's the one thing you say that you learned about yourself in this Olympic experience that you were able to take away as a positive?
I am stronger than I thought I was, mentally and physically. Because, you know, to pick yourself up after quote-unquote disappointment, because it's not so much of a disappointment because I ran really fast and I did the best that I could have done. But to pick yourself up and come back to compete again at the highest level, because the competition doesn't go down, it stays at the top. So just to pick myself up and come out here and compete again, oh my God, it felt good, and I think I'm ready to go again.
I love that.
Regardless of what anyone says, I'm a huge fan of Rushell Clayton. She did a great job. I mean, she was running against two machines, people. I mean, literally two machines. Sydney McLaughlin cannot be a human being. I don't care what anybody says. I'm sure that there's some cyborg under there. Watch those times that she's running, top tier flat 400 meter runners can't run. I don't know how a human being can run the 400 meter hurdles like that. So kudos to her. Femke Bal, same thing. I don't even think she's human. It's just incredible. And Anna Cockrell just sort of came out of, but you know, we'll talk about it at the end of the video. Now, the long-awaited clash for me between the remarkable Rasheed Broadbell of Jamaica, as well as Jamaica's Hansel Parchment, and the United States Grant Holloway took place recently at the Diamond League in Lausanne. And of course, as I said before, I was of the opinion that once healed, Hansel Parchment, if he gets a solid start, will always beat Grant Holloway, to take nothing away from Grant Holloway. Well, in Poland, tomorrow, the 25th of August, Jamaica's Rasheed Broadbell and Orlando Bennett, of course, who was a finalist in the men's 110 meters hurdles at the Paris Olympic Games, will once more take on the American duo of Daniel Roberts and Grant Holloway, the world and Olympic gold medalist. The second clash, well actually the third clash between Rasheed Broadbell and Grant Holloway for the 2024 season will take place at Silesia, at the Silesia Diamond League 2024 happening in Poland, in a stellar lineup which includes Orlando Bennett, Rasheed Broadbell, Grant Holloway, and Daniel Roberts, not to mention these other stellar athletes. This is going to be very, very interesting because I'm pretty sure that Grant Holloway has decided he's not going to lose to Rasheed Broadbell. So this is going to be a huge clash. Now, of course, as I told you earlier in the video, Rasheed Broadbell did get some revenge against Grant Holloway at the Lausanne Diamond League a few days ago, taking the win in that instance. Broadbell won the 110 meter hurdles in 13.10 ahead of Grant Holloway, who came second in 13.14, with Hansel Parchment of Jamaica taking third in 13.23, Roberts fourth in 13.26.
Holloway away very nicely indeed. Also going well in Simonelli. Simonelli's got a bit of work to do now. Roberts is coming back at him as well. Broadbell hasn't got a response this time. Parchment coming into it as well.
My money is on Broadbell. I do believe Grant Holloway is not going to be easy to beat this time. I think he was caught a little flat-footed, but I keep saying to you that crunching the numbers, looking at all the other aspects, because we don't just, it's not just the numbers we look at, people, to be honest with you. I believe that once Broadbell gets a solid start, worse if he starts equally with Grant Holloway, Holloway just can't beat him. I'm being very frank about that. But Holloway is no walk in the park. He is not the world and Olympic champion in the men's 110 meters hurdles for nothing. He's an incredible talent and will go down as one of the greatest all times. Yes, you heard me say that. But I'm looking forward to this clash. It's going to be interesting. And I believe Daniel Roberts as well as Orlando Bennett will also feature in this clash. Now we are excited to let you know that we have a online merchandise Peter Lloyd World store at printify.com. You are going to love the products. We have made sure that the quality is the best. So check this out and then let's get back into the video.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Link will be in the description below. Now, Kishane Thompson, Akeem Blake, and the other Jamaican, Rohan Watson, will compete at the Silesia Diamond League being held in Poland in the men's 100 meters. Now, this is a huge deal because this is Kishane Thompson's first race post the men's 100 meter finals at the Paris Olympic Games, which still remains highly controversial to many. I am excited to see what he's going to do here, and the truth is this is a stellar lineup, solid lineup, and I'm going to point out to you the persons I'm expecting to run well and run fast. This men's 100 meters features the likes of Jamaica's Akeem Blake, Christian Coleman of the United States, underline him, Lamont Marcel Jacobs, underline him, Fred Curley definitely underline him. Ferdinand Omanyala, Kishane Thompson, and Rohan Watson. I think this is going to be pure fire. I think Fred Curley is going to be one of the dangers here, as well as, I believe it or not, Lamont Marcel Jacobs. I think he could sign here. Ferdinand Omanyala ran a really good race recently, but I think the real person who's going to be a problem is going to be Christian Coleman. Now, of course, Christian Coleman did not make the team. The race, of course, that we are all talking about, the last race that Jamaica's Kishane Thompson ran in, of course, is the final of the men's 100 meters at the Paris Olympic Games, where he lost by, 0.00. It was preposterous. I mean, boy, people. This one, I believe this still stings many of us. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. That's a heck of a lineup in the men's 100 meters, people, but I still believe Kishane Thompson should be victorious. It's not going to be easy because Christian Coleman won no medals at the Paris Olympic Games. In fact, he was not even able to represent the United States as a solo, as an individual athlete in the men's 100 meters, and I think he's really PO'd by that. He ran a heck of a first leg in the for the USA in the men's 4x1, probably ran too fast, which is one of the reasons why the baton was dropped. So Christian Coleman definitely has a massive chip on his shoulder here, and he wants to prove that he should have made that team. But I do believe that the real danger, I've said this repeatedly, for the USA's men's 100 meters is not Noah Lyles. It's really, of course, none other than Fred Curley. Fred Curley is the only American who has ran 9.76. That's his PB, if my memory serves me correctly. And that, to me, makes him dangerous, and he seems to be coming back into form. I do believe Kishane should be able to win this. As I said, the experience that he gathered at the Paris Olympic Games is going to be massively important here. It's not going to be a walk in the park because I think Fred Curley is coming back into form. Ferdinand Omanyala, I still believe he only runs really great times at a particular sea level altitude, that is. Not sure why that is so, but that's what I have observed. I mean, I may be completely incorrect here. I think Lamont Marcel Jacobs' issue is more psychological than it is physiological. I think something else is happening there. It might be a confidence issue. But I really believe the 2 Americans are going to press Kishane Thompson, meaning Fred Curley and Christian Coleman. But I believe Kishane Thompson should be able to come out on top in this one. But regardless, it's going to be a great race. It's a solid lineup. It's going to be good. And I believe it's going to be fast. As I said, Kishane should have learned from his previous experience. And I'm pretty sure that MVP has been working on certain faults in his race. And we know we can always keep improving. Love to hear what your thoughts are. Now, as for the men's 110 meters hurdles, I still am giving Rasheed Broadbell the edge, but he has to start out. He can't. The start he won with in Lausanne won't work because not Fred Curley. Apologies, brain getting a little mixed up. Grant Holloway is now aware that he's back to form, so Holloway is going to get out like a bullet. If Rasheed Broadbell gets out equal, or even a millisecond behind Grant Holloway, he's winning. I've been saying this for 2 years. Some of my regulars here keep arguing with me, and I don't know why they believe that they think I'm disrespecting Grant Holloway. I'm not. Broadbell is just better. It's just the right circumstances have not come together. And let's face it, Grant Holloway wins when he needs to win. I do believe Broadbell is the danger. I've said that for quite some time, and I believe Broadbell is such a danger that he will be able to lower the Jamaican national record in the men's 110 meters hurdles once he gets the right start. My opinion, okay? As for Rushell Clayton, Femke Ball, Anna Cockrell. I believe the race is going to come down to those three young ladies. Mohammed is no longer at her best. I believe Russell and Cheyenne Salmon definitely is getting stronger and stronger, but she's not quite there yet. Russell may have hit her peak, but I'm never going to say that about an athlete. But I just believe, what I should say is, Clayton is just phenomenal this year. But Anna Cockrell, who, if you remember, I've been talking about for a while now, I said she's going to be a factor. Well, she was a huge factor. She took bronze at the Paris Olympic Games actually, she took silver at the Paris Olympic Games, to the shock of many, many persons. Didn't quite shock me. So it's going to be a heck of a race, but I believe the race should be between those three young ladies, Femke Ball, Anna Cockrell, as well as Jamaica's Rushell Clayton. I'm interested to see how Femke Ball deals with, because I think she was shocked that Anna Cockrell beat her. I think she was shocked in general, and I honestly think that they miscalculated. She ran too many races. You cannot be running against Sydney McLaughlin and Ronald race. I think that was a horrendous miscalculation on her part, and I think she was shocked when Sydney McLaughlin just ran past her in that final 100-meter leg. I think she was shocked, personally speaking. So for me, it should be Broadbell who wins the 110 meters hurdles if he gets a solid start. If he doesn't get a good start, Grant Holloway is not going to let him catch him. And I am giving the win to Kishane Thompson in this instance. But it's not going to be an easy run, because I think Fred Curley is getting back into his best form. Christian Coleman is going to be out like a lightning. But I think Kishane should be able to reel him in. Only Jamaica, though, that's a hint. As for the women's 400-meter hurdles, it's Femke Ball, Rushell Clayton, Anna Cockrell. It's between those three, and I believe Rushell can take second. Now, don't forget to check us out at Printify for our Peter Lloyd World products. We have bags, we have stickers, we have cups, mugs. I think we have pens. We have hoodies, we have t-shirts, male and female. I think you should be able to find something that you like there. Please support the channel. We do need your support in many ways. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button. Remember, your royals, kings and queens. Bless up!